Alright, coming down the Winze here, and I wanted to stop and show you this drift level. It doesn't look very big, and of course the Winze keeps dropping down that way, but I wanted to point this one out to you because there's a bunch of cool equipment, or not equipment, but cool stuff here that I thought was worth stopping for. Even got a cigarette there. Winston. All the Hills Brother coffee, the dynamite box, old Hercules powder box. That's my buddy in the background. Old Pepsi can there, and I don't think this drift level goes back very far from the look of things. Man, these are a lot of boxes of dynamite here, or explosives, I mean. That is, that's something else. Even more of them here. Wow. It's like a mid-level explosive storage, like on one of the Winze levels. Chamber right there. And chamber right there. And it looks like we just stop up here. Maybe not. No, it keeps going. I was mistaken. That might drop down to lower level. It was backfilled now. It looks like it's been peppered with explosive. Bunch of... Oh, that one, that has to drop down to that Winze below. No question about that. Actually, not the Winze below, the level below that we're descending the Winze to. Okay. Okay, that just faces out right there. So we'll continue down that Winze and see what might be waiting for us down there. Alright, we just climbed down the Winze here along this manway on the right, and it actually goes up farther than you can see here. It goes up and curves and keeps going some more. You can see really clearly where they would drag the skip up along the two boards there, and of course I'm down at the bottom here, and there's a Winze station right here. You can see they would dump the ore here into the skip that would be there before hauling it out, and the skip is actually right here behind me, or at least the remains of it, I should say. So that's pretty cool. And of course a bunch of gobbing and stuff there. A drift level here runs back that way. I go in there just a minute. Just want to make sure I got everything here. Look inside the skip. You can see that side's blown out. Rich field. And just making sure I'm not missing anything. There's a bunch of stuff down here. There's a bent up shovel right there. Grease for greasing the rails and such. So, see all these lines? All the airlines and everything coming down from along the side right there. That makes me curious about how extensive this is, especially with all those dots on the side of the attic up above, or the drift up above. So let's go check this out. I see an ore chute there already. Pipes and stuff. Solid looking ore chute. Wow. That wood looks like it's in great shape. That's cool. Huge ore chute, plugged of course. As you can see, I thought I might be able to look up the side, but that is blocked. I'll let my friends go ahead so I can film them going down the ladder. Grapefruit juice. That's cool. I like grapefruit juice. Another Richfield can. Okay, what's going on right here? There's a door there. We'll check that out in a minute. Got a ladder running up into a big stope chamber above me here. This is really impressive, actually. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. And keeps going up above. That's nuts. There's a pillar here, and then more stuff over there. Wow, that is really cool. And there's more stuff continuing this way. Just wanted to give a quick look back at this chamber before we go look at the next cool stuff. That's where I came in, and of course you have those ladders and stuff heading up there. And wrapping around there. I just think it's a cool view looking at it from this perspective. And some iron graffiti right there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to go in the door. So distracted by all the cool stuff in here. Forgot to check this out. I think this is just explosive storage, probably. Huh, a little more extensive than I expected. A lot more extensive than I expected. Okay, this connects to that. I think that connects to that stope up right there. I thought this was explosive storage, but I'm not sure anymore. Could still have been. This is just, yeah, it probably was. Probably the explosives on these shelves here. More grapefruit juice. Runs, looks like it connects there. Little pocket there. It's just dead ends there. I doubt there's much off on the side here. Yeah, I think this is for cutting fuse, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what this was. This table here was for measuring out the fuse so they could cut it. Connectors for thermotite, nitacord. That's pretty cool. There is some great stuff on this low. Okay, there's that little hole that connected through that we saw a moment ago. So yeah, this table here, this setup here, I wonder how old that is. It's used for measuring fuse length and cutting the fuse. That's what that's for. So that's pretty neat. All right, now let's get back and check out the other stuff. Okay, so that's the way we came in originally. That door, the explosive storage is right over there. Looking ahead of us, there's a bunch of stuff up here as well. Not even sure what those boxes were. Cut in half barrel and hoses and pipes and all kinds of stuff. Looks like another skip car right there. That one's in better shape than the last one. Wire rope. Miners call cable and wire rope. Interesting. I don't know what that was about. So there's another drift that runs that way. We'll check out in just a minute. You can see all the connectors and bolts and stuff down here. So people have definitely not come down here very much. I guess most people will be put off by going down that man way. Yeah, it skips and tacks. That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. But I think this up here looks even more cool. Got an ore chute right here. It's got that metal gate right there. All kinds of woodwork here. It's like a bunch of hollowed out stuff above me. Trying to take this all in. You see it runs up there as well. I'm sure that connects to that stope behind us. The pipes and everything running all over the place. This chute is actually not caved. It runs up there, and that chute would have been for this, which is another Winze here underground. See the rails here, they curve out, bend around, and stop there. And you've got a Winze here dropping down there. You can see some rail and timber support there. You got the skip car chilling right here, still attached to the cable, or excuse me, rope, and that's tied off there. And there's looking up above, and so the hoist for this, I believe, would have been over here. Yeah, I think the hoist would have sat there. Pipe and cable and stuff. They liked grapefruit juice. Obviously had a bunch of tools up there at one time where those nails are. But oh man, this is an impressive setup. So this, trying to take all this in, this is nuts. There's a ladder there, and then that just leads up to that area up there where the skip car would have run up. And then there's looking up on that side, and then you can see all the dots right there. So obviously some good stuff come out of there. There's so much here I'm taking in. I mean, I'm just loving this setting. This is one of the coolest skip setups I've seen. I'm just totally into this. See the glove over there? I was looking over here, I was taking a closer look over here where the hoist was, and I realized that was the hoist operator's seat right there. He would sit right there. You can even see the legs right there. Maybe not the most comfortable, but it did have some fabric laid down there. So he would have sat there. And then he had his Parliament cigarettes here. His matches. And his grape drink. And grapefruit juice. And could have gotten a high off the PVC solvent if he so chose. Man, this is cool. Not sure what that would have been used for, but miners would have had a good use for it, I'm sure. They don't like to do unnecessary work. These have seen some abuse on these timbers here. Man, what a cool spot. See more cable wrapping around over here. Actually, they anchored it in a bunch of places. Over here as well. So, back to the skip here. And we have this drift leading off this way, which we haven't checked out yet. Very full ore chute here. That is very full. And that ties in up there. And there's more stuff heading over here apparently. And I see an awesome looking pit in front of me here. That just drops down like that. That is awesome. That is really impressive. Look at the size of this thing. Man, this is enormous. Holy shit. This stope is massive. Wow. This is unreal. I had no idea there's something this big down here. Alright, I'm definitely going to get this huge chamber from some different angles. So we'll head over around the side here and check out that drift over there, and then get some perspectives looking back. See a bunch of rail and rope and stuff tossed here. Again, that's the way we came in. So let me make my way over here. This is incredible. I had no idea something this big was down here. No wonder there's so many dots on the side of the drift up there. Yeah, look how far down that goes. That's incredible. I'll get some good shots on the way back, checking that out. Come over here. So that big chamber is right behind me, and there's a little drift run over there. Main one goes off to the right here. Let's go check out that one to the right. Got some gloves there. Little pocket here. They cleared out. They were fond of Richfield. High explosives box. Some gobbing right there. Keep running back here. An explosives box. There's a little pocket right here. Nothing significance. Told you they're back to Richfield. We keep running here. This goes back farther than I expected, but I'm not surprised given how good that chamber back there must have been. They must have been hoping to find some more good stuff back here. Looks like it might face out up here. Oh, it does. There's a face there. And also, I think this is a face. A big face. Yeah. They stopped. Man, that's cool. I'm still really impressed by that massive stope chamber back there. Alright, back at that massive stope chamber, and there's my buddy way down there. Give you a sense of the scale of this thing. And of course, it keeps dropping down there as well and off to the side. But with a bright light we're fortunate to have with us, look at the size of this thing over there. That is crazy. They must have just taken an extraordinary amount of ore out of here. It all would have come out on that skip down there too. Awesome, man. Thank you. So there's looking down that manway. We're going to go down there in a minute. Just wanted to show you some more perspective on this. Drops down there as well. And then looking up here, you see that's actually looks like a giant pillar, and it runs off to the right there. And you can really see how far up it runs there. That's probably 150 feet up right there. And we came in over from there. So I'll make my way back over there and start dropping down to there. So I'll pick up over on that side. I am back at this awesome skip, and my intention to drop down the manway here and see what's down there. I can't film and climb down ladders, so I am going to probably rejoin you somewhere there if there's a good view, and then just drop down. Alright, I just dropped down from there, and you can see there's this cool little walkway and platform there overlying the skipway here, or manway, and I'm looking into that huge stope chamber. I was up there shooting before, and now we're going to be dropping down here. This is kind of unique. You see how it curves? It's not often you see shafts or winzes that curve like that, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how that ends up down there. And not going to be able to film going down there, obviously, but I will join you at the bottom. Okay, I just climbed down the winze here, and as you can see, it keeps dropping down as far as I can see that way. The reason I stopped here is because there's a chamber running off that way I want to check out, as well as behind me here. And something that's really cool here is that I don't know if you could call this pure square set, but this is definitely square set-esque timbering here, which I have always dreamed of seeing, like really solid, pure, intact square set. So it is awesome to me to be able to see this, because this is pretty close, you know. And this chamber over here looks absolutely massive as well. I see some drill steel here in front of me. Yeah, sure enough, that drops down a long way there. I'd say it's at least 50 feet down there, and runs through there and up to there. I don't know if that chamber above us hits that or not. I suspect it does. They might have put that in there to prevent rocks from falling down on the guys working down here. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, that would have been a job putting that in. Man. Yeah, that is huge. Absolutely massive. And actually, while I was stepping over here, I noticed a ton of Galena ore, or Galena, excuse me, right there. Is that sparkling on the camera? I hope so. That's all Galena there. That's pretty cool. And then that chamber here, okay, that just stops there. That's it for that. I'll go back and double check just to make sure, but that looks pretty dull. If there's anything there, I'll show you. Otherwise, I'm going to continue the journey down the winze, and I'll pick up at the next level. So I'm climbing up the winze here, and I noticed something very interesting in the track. Okay, normal looking track right there, right? But then look at this. Look at this deep groove that the skip car carved into the track here. That is a really deep groove. I mean, look, it completely covers up my fingernail. That's how deep that groove is right there. And you can only imagine the sparks and stuff that would have been flying off when the skip ground over this and carved this deep notch into the rail. I mean, rail is no joke. That's not like soft metal. They make rail out of really hard steel, and so for it to do that, I mean, those loaded skip cars must have weighed a lot, and that would have been something to see them dragging this up and out. So I'm gonna keep climbing. All right, there is that awesome Winze we just finished exploring. Remember the crude bell system right there. To refresh your memory, it came in from that direction, and before going down the Winze, we went and looked back there, and I would imagine, looking back on it, that Stope we saw back there, I wouldn't be surprised if that tied into the giant Stope that we saw down toward the bottom of the Winze. As I said, this drift here remains unexplored, but I'm almost certain that ties back into the main adit, so I'm going to head out this way. And like I said, I'll bet you that ties in. Do you see interesting stuff underground? Okay. A little stopage right there. Nothing too noteworthy. I think that's actually, yeah, that's the main adit right there in front of us. So that answers that question. Yeah, I remember this. And yeah, we went that way last time. So I'm going to keep heading back this way until I get to the next drift that we haven't checked out. Alright, next drift back, and this is actually the last one. Been coming from that direction, and this is that one I bypassed in the beginning. It's got the rail and such running off in that direction. The portal of the mine is back that way, and this is the drift I went down. Had those stopes back there, and while I was shooting back there, my buddies dropped down these Winzes, and so they didn't go anywhere, and they're completely featureless. And we're under a bit of time pressure because there's some other stuff we want to check out, so I'm going to skip those in favor of checking this out, because featureless Winzes are not that exciting. Whereas this looks more exciting because you have the tank right here already. Hercules, explosive box, and we have rail here as well. So I'm already into this one. Yeah, like I said, there's a good Stope right there. All that rock right there. Cool timber set right here. It's amazing it's holding that stuff up, you know? And sometimes you don't even really like to look at what's over your head. Alright, so we've got the rail curving off to here, and try to figure out the purpose of this. Oh, okay, so it looks like they would bring ore and stuff off from the edge there, and there must have been some kind of loading chute or something right here. They would have dropped ore into a waiting cart there. That's my best guess for that. Pretty extensive stoping back there, but that seems to be a theme in this mine. Here's looking up. Yeah, that Stope stopped right there, as I expected. And then looking behind me, there's a little pocket dropping down to there, stopping there, and the rail keeps going this way. Another air door here. Empty barrel, mostly empty. Nothing there. Yeah, that's an air door. Lost the rail. And I think we may have ended this drift here. What does that say? Shingle oil. Huh. That's the first for me. Seeing that on the ground. Okay, wow, we've got a pretty substantial stope here. Look at that. I'm going to climb up there and get a better look at that. Okay, I climbed up a little bit more and got the big boy bright light out to really show you the extent of this stope back here. Man, that goes up a long way. Cool pillar right there. And yeah, it just ends over there. Good stuff. The stopes in this mine are just awesome. Stopes and Winzes in this mine. And just to put things in perspective, that's the shingle oil barrel down there.